was asked a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, to be a part of an REM tribute night, where there was about 20 artists that were asked to perform, and we each got to pick an REM song that we wanted to do. And the benefits, it was a benefit for a children's music program, something like that, with children and music. And it was at Carnegie Hall, so what am I going to say? No, I hate children! So I said, yes, of course, this is an honor, thank you. And so I chose a song called Nightswimming by REM. And I was thinking, you know, everybody else is going to get up there, they're going to play the piano, or they're going to play their guitar, with a band, without a band, you know, how original can it get? What can I do that will make me, you know, stand out? This is what I was thinking. And I listened to the song over and over again, and I love it. I mean, I grew up with this song. I would listen to it on repeat, on a tape. Now, kids, we had to rewind it, and it would take a good amount of time to get back to the beginning. You weren't even sure where the beginning of the song was, so you had to kind of hold the play button and the rewind button until you heard a pause, and then you're like, maybe that's the beginning of the song. So you have to really you have to really love a song too. Oh, that was weird, and we're done. Yeah, they don't like to be lit up. It's like cockroaches. They don't like it. Not like that you are cockroaches, but you are in your behavior. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's mellow lighting. Okay. Now, so I listened to it over and over again. I love this one song so much. So I was listening to it on a plane ride, and I was like, how can I make this really different? And I realized that it's basically the same, you know, 4 chords over and over again, so I could do it on a looping pedal, which I have right here. Looping pedals, loop things, looping pedals, loop things, looping pedals, loop things, looping pedals, loop things, looping pedals. Well, that's really horrible, but that's what they do. That was the worst demo ever. But yet, Grey's Anatomy picked it up. I mean, or some commercial for something. So I did not know how to use a looping pedal at the time, so I asked Chris from the band if he would show me, because I know he knew. So he taught me, and I wasn't very good at it. So I said, why don't you come up on stage with me, and you can play upright bass, and I'll loop my voice hopefully okay, but I won't be alone on the stage at Carnegie Hall in front of 5,000 people. So he said, sure, I'll come. So 3 weeks went by, and I practiced pretty much every day, and I never quite got the whole thing right. I sort of would get it, and then I wouldn't get it, and it's tricky. There's the timing, and I'm not really good. I have no rhythm, so it was just really hard for me. And so I wasn't nervous until the morning of the show, when I woke up and I was like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Okay, I practiced when I woke up, and then I realized I really didn't have a lot of time. I had to sound check, so I left my apartment without an outfit and without a shower. I get to Carnegie Hall thinking there's a shower, and there wasn't one for me, so I was like, okay, awesome, my hair looks like a troll's hair, but we'll figure that out. And I thought there'd be all these shops around that I could go shopping, but I really didn't have time, and there really weren't many, so I went to Ann Taylor, button-up grown-up place, and I bought this weird, big, black tent-like dress, and I didn't have shoes, so I was like, I'm just gonna go out barefoot. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So I sound check, I can't hear a thing, I'm just like, this is going to be awful. How, at least REM, the band, at least they're not in the crowd, because if they were, this would just be the worst day of my life. So, about an hour before we go on stage, the producer's like, oh, good news, everybody! REM can make it! They're gonna be there in the front row watching you guys. And I just remember my heart just sank, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna, this is gonna be awful. And I don't get nervous, but I was so very nervous for this. I was probably 11th or 12th in the night. And everybody's going, everyone's doing their da-da-da, and that's good. And then Ingrid Michaelson doing Nightswimming. And I come out on stage, Carnegie Hall, barefoot, greasy hair, big tent dress. Crazy, I'm just crazy. I walk out, I'm like, you know, looking around at all these people, and I'm shaking. There's 2 times I shook with fear. One was when I did Conan O'Brien for the first time, or the only time. Who am I? All those other times that I didn't do it, and then the second time, because I love Conan, and the second time was for this, just because I love REM, and Carnegie Hall in New York, and I just didn't want to mess it up. So I'm like shaking, and I look over at Chris for some sort of stability. He's like, this is not gonna go well. And then I just had that moment. It's like, I don't know if you've ever bungee jumped. I haven't, but I feel like it's like that. If I was to, it's like the moment where you're like, well, here goes. I could die, you know. But obviously I wasn't gonna die. But that was, you know, that's what it felt like at the time. So I stepped on the pedal and I started this loop and I started singing and it's going all right and everything's okay. And then about halfway through the song, I realized that I was like clenched. Every part of my body was just like tightly, I was holding onto the mic like white knuckles. I must have looked like, you know, the evil guy on the Smurfs, you know, the Hunk and the Cat, Gargamel, whatever his name was. I was like, and I was like, relax, just relax, you know, like enjoy this wonderful moment that has been given to you, you know. Who cares if you mess it up? Just have fun, enjoy your life, which is, I never do in my life. I never enjoy my life, ever. I strangle everything to death, so. But I actually did. I actually just relaxed and I let go, and my voice just all of a sudden, it was like, it was like angels and birds, and yeah, the heavens opened up. It was one of those moments. And I just, you know, I finished the song in this very dramatic, like, hush fell over the crowd, and then they just erupted into all this applause, and Chris and I were like, yay! You know, when I walk off stage, and everyone's like, that was amazing! And then after the show, everyone was like, oh, REM loved you the most, you were their favorite, you know, you're the star, you're the blah, 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 blah. This is all actually coming from my manager, but, you know, that's why I'm here. I'm like, awesome, I'm so good and talented and brave. With greasy hair. And so, I'm doing really good. This is a good night for Ingrid Michaelson. I'm like, yeah, I'm the king of the world, right? Right, until the after party comes along, and I remember that I had a glass of champagne that never ended. It just did not seem to end because people kept pouring more champagne. You know, oh, good job, it's like, oh, thank you. Oh yeah, good job. Oh, okay, sure, thank you. You know, and I don't drink a lot ever, so I don't. You know, 2 glasses of wine and I'm fast asleep on. You know, I just can't take it. So I had like 8 or 9. I'm gonna think glasses of champagne. So it's under these conditions that I get to meet the lead singer of REM, Michael Stipe, the legendary man. He, you know, glides up to me. This is my recollection of the night's events. As if on roller skates in the mist, he comes up to me and he was wearing, this could be completely wrong, but he was wearing a dark blue, navy, like, woolly vest with a blazer over it. He looked very dapper. And he said, Ingrid, that was just, you know, the most beautiful version of that song. It was, you know, amazing, and you're a genius, and you're so attractive. And that part, definitely he didn't say, but I'd like to tell that as part of the story. And I said, I actually didn't know what to say. I think famous people just scare me. So I looked at him and I was like, looping pedal. I was nervous, shower. I was just like screaming like adjectives and nouns, like, you know, shaking. You know, and he's like, cool. And it turns around and like starts to glide away. And I'm like, no, oh no, Ingrid, no, idiot. You know, this can't be the moment that you have with him. And so like, I don't know why, but I reached out. I mean, I know why, but it was inappropriate. I reached out, and I kind of grabbed his shoulder. Like he was turning away, turning away from me. Okay, that's, you know, a human sign for we're done with this conversation. But I'm like, no, we're not. And I reached, so he's here, like, I'm here, he's here, he turns, I reach across him, grabbing him here, and he's like in mid-turn, and so, like, physics, really, drags my hand across his chest, sexually and sensually, and I'm tugging at his sweater vest, like, no, leave me, and now he's fully turned around, and I have a, you know, a good fistful of shoulder fabric in my hand, and he turns around and he just kind of gave me this look like, yeah, this conversation is over. And I was like, okay. And I was kind of, then he's like, was enveloped in people and mist. I just keep saying mist because that's what the whole night became to me. And so what I learned from that night was, you know, you can be proud of yourself up to a point, but once you get a little too high on your own mountain, somebody or something or yourself, you will knock yourself down. And then, you know, it was, the first part of the night was great, second part, not good at all. And the morning after was the worst thing in your life. Kids, don't drink. Child over there, don't start that gin habit that I talked about earlier. Just say no to gin. But vodka's fine, sure. Apple juice and vodka. I'm just kidding. I don't drink, I don't even know if that would be good together. So that's my story about this song, and I love to perform it. It's so special to me because it does symbolize a life lesson learned, and it's also just such a beautiful song. So I'm going, you know, I love performing it when I do it right, when I do it well. So I'm gonna attempt to perform it well for you tonight.